mic is okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we not talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun Live. The People's Parliament for the 31st of March 2022. If you are watching this video as a replay after now, then definitely it's going to be the 1st of April. However, tonight, I am going to be hosting my fellow parliamentarians, and we're going to review a new expose that I want to bring your attention to. Normally, I will spend a lot of time here, briefly, kind of, to tell you what I have discovered and where I want you all to begin to look at it from. But I'm going to leave that to my parliamentarians this evening. They are going to express their views, but I'm going to give you some key points before I start bringing them in. However, if you want to be part of this, you too can join. Of course, if you're watching live, okay? If you're watching a replay, no, you can't join anymore, right? But this is live, and you can see the link to join the studio in the comment section. Open it up. Connect with your Facebook. If it's asking you, do you want to connect with YouTube or Facebook? Just use Facebook and follow the steps, and you will find yourself in the studio with me, and we can all discuss these. So I want to call your attention to something very, very quick. And I think before we get to that, right, as you are joining us now, you can take a moment, right, to like the broadcast, share it, invite those who are supposed to be here, and then we will get started. Go for it. I'm already having my parliamentarians arriving in the studio already, so I can see them. And I don't know if they can see me, but I bet they can hear me. Share the broadcast.
And yes, we like. Oh, Baba, and yes, we like.
Let me tell you what I want to say quickly, okay? We know that the worst fear of Buhari and gang is what will happen when their term finished in 2023, life after power. They have committed terrible, terrible atrocities. And many of these things have been documented. The only way they are still walking about as free men, starting with Buhari and many members of his government, who have committed not just act of terrorism against the people, they've committed genocide, ethnic cleansing, and so many other things. The horrible human rights crimes against humanity, which they used their different position to commit. So that's that's actually their greatest fear. What will life be after their office? So in this regard, people believe that it is either they are going to cause a civil war that will prevent an election eventually, or they are just going to follow their own fake book, the 1999 trashy constitution, which says that they can't conduct an election if there is no peace in any part of the regions in Nigeria. So under this circumstance, which Malamu once wrote a memo to Buhari that Buhari could declare a martial law that will make him the president, and there will be no National Assembly or no nothing, and he will only hand over power when there is peace to conduct an election. Many people didn't pay attention to that because to many people, they're not born and well. We are all pretending to, according to some people, we are all just pretending to be like in Nigeria. You see all this nonsense. It gets some level, we save them, push and they reach that level, it will explode. They're not born and well, maybe they no leave. But I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of things that people have said that will never happen. Buhari broke so many barriers and they got away with them. So that's why I don't really take those people serious and I pay attention to what I'm saying rather than what I can imagine. The terrorists escalated their activities in the last 1 week. I don't know how many of them you have managed to actually come across. But in the last 1 week alone, all of the nearby states next to the seat of power in Abuja, they have been under endless daily attacks. Kaduna-Abuja Expressway, Niger State, Nasarawa State, Zamfara, Kaduna, Benue. Many of these states that are so close to Abuja have seen bloodbath in the hands of these terrorists, right? Kaduna-Abuja Expressway, a no-go area. Kaduna-Abuja Railway, no-go area. Kaduna-Abuja Highway, is also becoming no-go area. Communities, villages, towns, people were slaughtered, massacred, train bombed. But the following day, on the same route again, same people attacked and kidnapped as many as they could, which didn't make loud noise like the first one. These same marauders, terrorists, they went into the communities in Abuja suburb and they went from house to house. Oh dear. Robbing the people and taking those they wanted to take away, and they took them away next to Abuja. But when you ask your president and the security forces in Nigeria right now, the cooking and what they are cooking together is first, they have pointed at IPOB, preparing all of you for something they are already planning. They can take any, they can activate any attack in Abuja, and they can easily tell you, these are the people who did it. And you will likely ignorantly believe them, forgetting that they have been setting the pace. They have been setting the stage for it. So what am I telling you? I am telling you that I can smell something so terrible and scary that this terrorist government of Buhari are plotting. A huge thing that they're going to carry out in Abuja. Massacre, assassination of people. And as they are carrying them out, they are going to be primarily, for this end, put it this way. The reason why they are going to start all these killings, all these attacks, that we know those they are using to carry out these attacks, they are going to be pointing fingers. And they will be pointing fingers at different organizations and groups who are asking for Nigeria existence to be renegotiated. They're going to easily accuse many of you supporting Biafra, the Biafrans. Many of us supporting Yoruba, the Oduduwa nation. They are going to carry out some of these attacks, and they are going to they are going to tag them as the attacks carried out by you. But I am smelling that because I have been trying to process where was that idea of putting a memo, DSS memo out, that IPOB wanted to bomb Abuja Stadium when there was nothing of such in any of their security system. If there are those who have the capacity to bomb a stadium, and those who have the atlas and cold-heartedness that could do this, are the same people who have been doing it, and they call them bandits. Rather than terrorists that they are. But they deliberately released that memo into public on social media. IPOB wanted or planned to bomb Abuja Stadium. That didn't happen, right? That doesn't mean that they don't have all that terrible, horrible plans they are going to carry out in that Abuja in order to legitimize, validate their hidden, we're not so hidden, ethnic cleansing that is going on in Nigeria. I smell that. And just like I warned, that if we all keep quiet to what they are doing in eastern Nigeria, if we all keep quiet to the unjust, unfair system called Nigeria, if we all continue to pretend that the one Nigeria is a ruse, it's a scam that only Buhari came to expose. Ethnic profiling, tribal profiling, and you know all of this. To make it official, all they have to do is to kill prominent Igbos, kill prominent Yorubas, kill prominent Awusas, kill prominent Northerners, and then tag their death on all of you who are asking for referendum. Since that statement came out, I remember saying it back then that if we all continue to keep quiet to what they are doing in eastern Nigeria, one day they will feel so confident, comfortable to do it to us in Yoruba land. Before Buhari officially launched the terror attack in eastern Nigeria that has seen many innocent people killed, unaccounted for, extrajudicially killed by the agent of Buhari. Before it got to that stage in eastern Nigeria, it started when they decided to make Benue State the burial capital of Nigeria. That state used to be the food basket of Nigeria. They called Benue. Now it is the burial capital of Nigeria. When they finished with the people of Benue, which they haven't really finished with them, they crossed the border to the southern Nigeria. For 2-3 years of this Buhari's government, it was the people of the Middle Belt who have been the buffer for us in southern Nigeria. They committed genocide in Middle Belt, and they believe they've gotten away with it. They are committing genocide every day in southern Kaduna, and they believe that they've gotten away with it, right? Now, we are at a stage whereby the same heartless, cold-hearted criminals in government of Nigeria, they are going to begin to set us up on their own crimes. All of this to keep Nigeria ungovernable for themselves, because as it remains ungovernable, you will never have the advantage to sit together and break this thing up, which is going to happen. Now I'm going to leave this, my suspicion and what I've told you so far. I'm going to leave the rest to my parliamentarians. Remember, if you want to join us, put on your camera, and at the same time, don't lie on your bed. Don't be in your bedroom and say, oh, I just wanted to say, well, no, I'm not going to let you in. Please give us that respect. And then, respect those who are also going to be watching from home as well, okay? So I'm going to be bringing my parliamentarians on. For those I can see, looks ready. And as I'm welcoming them, their microphone will remain muted until we get to your turn and your turn to speak. Good evening, everybody. I'm getting out of it. Those who are ready, I'm getting them on. Again, to be part of this is so easy and so straightforward. The link, which I'm going to share again, is in the comments. If you have your device, a phone, a laptop, right? All you have to do is click that and open that link. And when you open that link, you will be waiting in the studio. And when it is your turn, I will get you on. So let's get started because we are starting late. To my friends, my parliamentarian, please, you will help me keep your microphone muted, please. Hang on. I don't think I can get you your microphone muted, my Oga. So I'm going to deal with the present parliamentarians who have shown up. So, and we're going to share the slots. First, we're going to start with the first person on the screen there, which is going to be Paul. Then after Paul, I'm going to go to Kazim. After Kazim, I'm going to go to Ahmed. And then after Ahmed, we'll go to Jerry. Okay. So please, as you are opening that link and joining, try and keep the microphone muted. You can tap it under the screen. Just tap it and mute it. And when you come on, we'll get to your turn. Good evening, friends. Paul, I'm going to start with you. How are you? Sorry, Paul. Let me see if I can get you. Yeah, Paul. For some reason, I don't know what is wrong with Paul's microphone. So let's try that again. One sec. Paul, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Brilliant. Now, we can all hear you, Paul. So you are the first person. We all have about 5 minutes. You know what I mean? This is how we're going to do it. We all have about 5 minutes to speak. You can use 2 minutes if you want to drop your point and leave. But the moment I begin to raise my hand, so don't let me speak over you. The moment you see me, when you are talking and I'm like that, that's me telling you to start coming to the conclusion. After that, I'm going to speak and I'm going to bring you to an end, okay, for other person to speak. So let's be time conscious tonight. Paul, my first speaker, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Maiyegun. I'm happy and I'm feeling blessed. First of all, I want to greet everyone in the house. Good night.
Paul, I think that your audio is a little bit dodgy. And I don't think it's just me. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, can you hear me now, Maiyegun? Is it better now?
I can hear you now. Yeah, at least. The last statement, I heard that loud and clear. Do you want to continue talking like that?
Now? Because I was actually using my hands free earlier.
Right, I think you should do without it now.
So like I was saying, okay, like I was saying, that I want to thank you for all that you do. For many of us, you're not just someone who comes on his platform to share ideas. You've also taken the mantle of leadership as well. Leadership with a heart, leadership with compassion. And I pray that God Almighty will continue to give you the strength and give you the wisdom to continue. Actually, you saw my wife. My wife was actually peeping because she has actually never seen you. Let me use that word.
Oh.
She has seen you before, but she has not actually.
I can easily say hi if that's what you want to use your slot for. Yeah, I can easily say hi.
Hello, my good. Thank you very much. We are very grateful. I got attention for wow. God will reach your pocket and give you strength to fight this battle.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the whole thing. Paul, you have
so
just 2 minutes.
The script is playing now. The script, let me ship it in so that I can let my brother talk. The script is playing now. What we expect to happen is happening. They already have a body to gaslight. So that's just the script now. Everything is about to explode, but they need a scapegoat. And unfortunately, our brothers from Biafra are being set up to be that scapegoat. So it's not a story. Maiyegun, you are feeling maybe racist your reason, but sadly it's not. It is evident. The script is playing out, and that is what it is. Thank you, Maiyegun. Let me leave space for my brothers to talk
as well. Thank you so much, Paul. So that is a Paul there. I'm going to go to Kazim now, sir. It's over to you. I'll get your mic unmuted. Don't worry, I'll do it. Yeah. Give me a sec. Yeah, I think I've done that now. How are you, sir?
Yeah, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Well, I won't. In order to spend my time judiciously,
please.
Good day, all the parliamentarian. I'll start with this area of you in person, your transparency. I give it to you.
Thanks.
Maiyegun, you have it. Yeah, initially, someone like me have been a victim of dropping here and there. Sincerely speaking, I just tried Maiyegun, like, let me just give it a try. And when it comes to the stewardship, you really prove yourself beyond my expectation. I'm saying this again, you have it. And I can promise the whole house that some is still coming from my own angle. I mean, we've tested you with a little and you prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are an exceptional person. So once again, I'm giving it to you.
And thanks for the trust and the belief. That's the ingredient.
So the second one of those things that you have mentioned today was the aftermind of power. That is our major problem, because majority of these people that are still running their mouth, running after the crumbs about Nigeria, we are one Nigeria. Majority of them within themselves, they know there is no Nigeria again. What they were only running after is how to keep the stolen property, the stolen money. That is just the brain behind all their one Nigeria. Someone that acquired numbers of property in the name of Land Act of 1977 to 79. If this same man died today, I'm double sure you all know whom I'm talking about. That is the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo. He has numbers of acres of land in Igbora, Lalatse. He has in Songwater. I think one in the east and one in the north. Majority of this land,
he has in Benue, he has in Kano.
Okay. So all these people that owns the indigenous owners of those land, do you think if we have Yoruba nation, the landmark of 1979, the Land Act of 1979, do you think it's still going to cover him? That is one of the reasons why they are all covering the one Nigeria. No other things is attached to it. Majority of them that have stolen, ẹni tó bá daṣọ, ẹni tó bá jalè lẹ́ẹ̀kan, tó bá da aṣọ àrán borí, aṣọ lè ló dàbúra. So that is their problem. Majority have stolen this money. How are they going to spend it when we have this nation? Those are just their main problem. They all knows. It's unfortunate that the innocent are dying before the time. It's unfortunate that our brothers are dying, our sisters, mothers, young ones are dying before their time. So, but I'm double sure, if God willing, majority of them will still give an account, because I'm double sure we will demand some reason why they are doing this. So this third one I'm going to talk about, I want to talk about our people. For as many that are still yet to realize what we are talking about, Yoruba nation, I want them to think twice. I mean, I watched one of the agitators this morning who went to one high school around in the place, and he was displaying what the place looked like. That is what we want the nation to look like. We have this money. Instead of taking it to foreign accounts and keeping it there at the long run, if you die today, you are not going to have those money. Let us have our money. Let us have our resources. Invest the resources in our place, and let's see what it can bring. And we all know that Nigerian, we are abnormal consumer. There's nothing you invent. There's nothing you put your business, you put your capital into that you're not going to make it. Aside the situation that we're having now, that is making the whole country, all businesses folding up, some of them running out of the country, just because we couldn't have just basic amenity. In the 70s, 80s, we have water corporation. Water is running like no tomorrow. Where are those waters now? If you go to Gbongan in Osun State, I went there to spend like a month in, I think it should be in 2007 or thereabout.
Wow.
There is water in a village where there are farmers. Where are those waters now? Where are those taps running that we have in Lagos Water Corporation that was situated in Surulere then? All over Oshodi, Isolo, everywhere. We have water. Everything is going backward because whatever we generate is taken to Abuja, and they will bring maybe 10% back to us. So we're saying we can keep this thing ourselves. That is that. Majority of our so-called elite and the top politicians, they are dumb. I use this word for them. I call them Maraudu beasts. Because if you are not a beast, how will you have opportunity and you take it to somewhere else for people to benefit from? Go to anywhere from Kwara, from Jeba up, they have good road. Come and mention one good road that is like 10, 20 miles away that is okay in the southwest or the southeast. No, we don't have any of them. We are talking Second Niger Bridge. Is it invented by these coconut-headed people? No. No, they are just taking all these resources and taking it out. Okay, before I waste our time, I want us to talk about database. Immediately, we have Yoruba Nation. I want to pray and I want to plead to all the concerned authority that the first thing we should go into is the database. Or else, these people will still mix with us. Let us have database. We must know where you are from.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Because it's this same database that gave us problem. When they open the border, this and that is coming in. Because we don't have database, we can't even identify who is who. That is why we can say it's Hausa, it's Fulani, it's stupid people, it's homeless people. Please let us have database in our nation. Let's start working on it as at today. From now, let's start working on it. We have Yorubas that are high in intelligence that can help us.
God bless you.
The little security we have on our passport was invented by a Yoruba man here in America. I can tell you, I know him. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Oba.
Right, thank you.
You know, it's been, I mean, I wish we have more time and then we don't have this long queue.
In fact, I have lists of things I can talk about here, but it's unfortunate. I have just 5 minutes.
We have so limited time, but I hope I will have you another time. People say we should do this often. We should do more of this. So, I mean, more people can chip in all the ideas and many people can see the video later, the ideas and all that. So thank you, sir. So I'm going to go straight to my next parliamentary. And I think, who is next? Is that not Jerry? Jerry, sir, I'm coming to you. One sec. Let's get you unmuted. Oh, hang on. I think that's you. Sir, how are you?
Hello. I'm fine, Maiyegun.
Great.
Can you hear me?
Clearly, please.
Oh, good, good. I'm calling from Maryland in the United States.
Lovely, sir. You have the, you have the parliament or the parliamentarians listening to you, and many others watching from home as well. You can take us on the ride. You've got 5 minutes, like others.
Thank you very much, Maiyegun.
Sir,
I want to appreciate you, and you like a voice for many people, especially with the youth in Nigeria.
Thank you.
It's like you are carrying the mind of a lot of us, just like myself. When I first got introduced to Maiyegun by one of my brother in Canada, when I listened to you, man, I can't resist it again. I listened over and over. I've just listened to what Ahmed just said now. I was waiting for this parliament to start. And I had Ahmed experience back home in Nigeria just today. I was just thanking God for that guy. A lot of my people have gone through that kind of experience. Some did not even escape, and they just but I thank God for Ahmed.
Tell the story.
And Maiyegun, you are just let me say this: your honesty, your voice is shaking and is liberating a lot of minds. I must tell you, and upon the good job, you are doing a very good job.
I will.
And the one thing I want to go for, the first thing I want to say is this: I remember this always. You see, the people that died in the Igbosas.
Yes, sir.
We never mentioned them. I want us to. Are we just going to forget those people like that? I am not related to them, but each time I remember, that thing comes through my mind. Is that how we're going to be silent over it? Can't we continue saying something until those bodies are released?
Part of your time. Can I use part of your time and give you an update on that? Because I have done that before, right?
Okay.
Because I see that as a question now, not like a contribution, okay?
Okay.
We were told that they've never released their body. Our initial plan was to reach out to their family. And when I spoke to Oloye Sunday Igboho about it, he told me that there is already effort ongoing to get the bodies released for proper burial. And then we can now do whatever we want to do for the family. But so far, so good, right? We've never forgot them. In fact, never forget them, sir. Okay.
That's beautiful. Yeah, okay. Concerning today's topic,
yes, sir.
Let me go back and say I really thank past parliamentarians, like somebody, JJ Man. I've always listened to many of them, like Onide, Aziz that spoke from France. You see, those guys are just too good. And I've just played maybe we could have a kind of forum apart from this media team. Yes, like Zoom meeting, yes, so that it won't be you alone brainstorming and doing all these things. That we all, like those good brains. You see, we have good brains on our youth that we can just put together and just brainstorm and start doing something, make it a bigger something that that will make meaning. That will make meaning to the rest of people back home, because they don't believe. Even if you sell the idea to them, they are not listening. There are some people around us here too that they are not listening. But we are still trying to make them.
Is that we should have something whereby it's not like people's parliament where everybody speaks.
Yes.
We can have people plus Maiyegun, and they can take our screen for the next 2 hours, and we'll be talking about
yes, we can make it happen. You see, where I'm going is I don't want us to just be doing the talking alone. Let's have like a base. You can't be doing the financing, the talking and brainstorming alone. Let people be with you, assist you. Like you are the only one giving account, you are the only one doing all these things. No, it will weigh you down.
Did you not remember that that's deliberate? That I'm actually the face doesn't mean that I'm alone. Did you not remember that?
I remember, yes, I remember.
I don't possibly want you to know. Many of them are also watching this program every now and then. But I choose to keep scandal out. I choose to just be the face. If anybody has any question, I will answer that. And for that reason, I don't think you remember that, but I think I get what you mean.
Yes, okay. That's a very good one. You are doing a very good job. And I would say I love, even before this program, I used to think of Nigeria, but your program opened my mind, and my mind just changed and begin to see Nigeria. Why are these people always and Igbo, Kini Igbo, da. But your program really exposed and brought us together. I see how the Igbos, how they embrace the Oduduwa nation, and how the Yorubas too know. Everybody now know what is happening in that asshole rock, and that Nigeria. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, so your program, you are doing a very good job too. We can't just praise you enough. You have gotten too many titles, but I don't want to add more. It's just one that you have is just too enough for you. Man, you are doing a good job. I give 3 busa for you.
Thank you, sir.
Busa. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate you. And this is my first time. And I've been watching, but I couldn't join. But today, I said, no, I'm going to join this program today.
I'm glad you made it.
Thank you very much.
You are so welcome, sir. Thank you so much for that contribution. Okay, and I hope you'll be ready for us the next time when we have another People's Parliament. So I'm going to go to Ahmed, but while I'm going to get Ahmed ready, I'm going to quickly add an extra because I have somebody waiting. So after Ahmed, I'm going to go to my brother there, Lolo. After Lolo, we're going to go to Ojedokun Ifeoluwa. You'll be next. And Badamoshi Samsidin, you are going to be next after Ojedokun. So let's go to Ahmed. Brother.
Maiyegun General.
How are you?
Kenane lafia kalogo.
Lafia, Mamandala. You don't know what something like. You are so kind of be buzzed up, jazzed up for seeing your face, right? And Ahmed, maybe if you can even do this for me in Hausa, then you interpret for us before you go. Can you do that?
Even with the experience, I was like, when I saw the People's Parliament, I was like, yes, I think this is the time I can come on here. I don't care. You see, I don't care who sees my face or whatever. I'm not scared of anybody. One day we go die. One day we go die.
That's right.
And you see, all this madness that is happening. Let me go back. Let me speak the normal language.
Then we'll come back to the Jara.
Yeah. So, mutane, wannan ne Ahmed inda kuke gani tun ranar nan da ke magana wani low. Gani nan kun ga face ɗina, kun ga fuska na nan. Ba uban kowa nake tsoro ba. Ban tsoron kowa, not scared of anybody. Saboda haka wannan haukan da ke faruwa da kullun kowane ɗan iska da yayo iskancin shi sai kaga ya kwashe ya ce wai shi zai tura wai Igbo Inyamurai ya ce su ne problem ɗin Najeriya. Amma yau kuna ganin ababen da ke faruwa. Da kyar na sha ina Najeriya last 2 weeks da kyar na sha. Allah ya kiyaye ni na hau jirgin ƙasan da zai tafi daga Kaduna zuwa Abuja ranar Lahadi. Ranar Monday aka yi attacking ɗin jirgin ƙasa. So idan ana gaya muku ko mu da muke ƙasan waje ba wai mun tsira ba ne saboda muna da mutane da suke zama a Najeriya kuma zai iya faruwa da mu a kowane lokaci. Saboda haka wannan maganan da muke ba wai muna yi don muna son mu zo mu yi magana ba ne. Muna yi muna jawo hankulan mutane ko gane da irin danjan da kuke ciki. Ba wai ku ci gaba da biye ma mahaukatan nan marasa imani marasa tunanin nan da suke kiran kawunansu 'yan siyasa. A cikinsu akwai Yarbawa, akwai Inyamurai, akwai Hausawa, akwai su kowane yare da kake gani a Najeriya. Ba wai ana ce ba wai Yarbawa kaɗai bane ko Hausawan suke wani abubuwan ba, a'a kowane yare da ka gani a Najeriya akwai 'yan iska a cikinsu wanda suke kiran kawunansu 'yan siyasa. Kuma wannan haukan idan ba an mutane sun tashi tsaye ba, wallahi babu inda za mu je. Wallahi mun dinga shiga cikin danger kenan a kullum. Sai mun dinga shiga danja. Saboda haka ya kamata mutane mu tashi tsaye mu gane cewar wannan abin da ke faruwa ba fa wallahi tun kana gani daga nesa wallahi wata ran zaka ji ya matse ka ya matso ka. Ku cire maganar religion, wannan musulmi wancan christian ko wannan, ni nan da kuke gani ni musulmi ne kuma ni na san ni as a muslim addini bai ce min mu dinga biye mutane suna abubuwa na rashin gaskiya ba, amma saboda wai dan suna musulmai ku je kuna bakin ɗinsu ba, bai kamata ba. Kuma wallahi sai Allah ya tambaye ku wallahi mutane ya kamata ku gane wannan abubuwan da ake yi wallahi bai dace ba, kuma wallahi ranar tashin kiyama wallahi sai mun bada list din abubuwan da muka yi. Wallahi mu ci tsoron Allah, wannan ba yi bane, wannan ba rayuwa bane. Mutane wasu tsararru sun rike mutane over 200 million mutane, ana ta sa mutane a danja. Rayuwanka yana cikin matsala kullum, baka iya motsawa daga nan zuwa can, kana tunanin za a iya kashe ka at any time. Wani dan iska, wasu tsinanu za su iya tare ka hanya, ko su yi kidnapping naka, ko su kashe ka a banza a wofi. Mutane nawa yanzu aka kashe a cikin train station din da suke, kuma ba wai wannan kaɗai ba, everyday haka ake counting scores. Duk kun zama nambobi da an kashe, sai dai a ce 30-40 people, an kashe 40 yau, an kashe 50 yau, duk kun zama nambobi. Ban da rashin hankali kuma kuna biya ma mutane. Ina ga ma mutane, idan kuna cewa addinin musulunci ya ce kada ku yi protest, to shikenan lokaci ya zo yanzu, election ya matso. You people ya kamata ku tashi tsaye ku ce no to election. Election din nan suna defrauding ɗinku da shi, sai kun tashi tsaye. Wallahi in ba haka ba, wallahi ba Buhari ba, idan ba sai kun samu wanda ya ci kutumar uban Buhari iskanci da rashin hankali ba, ba Tinubu ba Atiku ba duk wanda za ku kawo, wallahi sai kun ga double wanda ya ci uban na Buhari kaɗan yayi. Buhari just did little. What the next person will do, you people will be very surprised. I
mean, they will be thanking Buhari now, of course, after that. Give me small interpretation to my viewers for the sake of my listeners.
You know, I just briefed them with what happened. Well, you know what I talked about yesterday, and you know, it's normal for people. They think it's just a normal thing, everything that happens, for them to come back and blame the Igbo people. Now look at it this way, like what you said. They are trying to gaslight the Igbos now to bring them into all this madness. And people are, you know, I'm talking about the religion, because most of it now, you see that it is Muslim from the north and all these things, that they are making the thing look like, oh, they are facing the south and the north. And I'm telling them, if you know that you are a true Muslim, you know what Islam says. If someone as a Muslim is doing something that is bad, you need to speak against that thing. But because of you think you love your religion or whatever, we are also Muslims. We are Muslims. So don't look at yourself like you are more Muslim than anybody. You are not Muslim than me. If you cannot stand up, if you cannot stand up for the truth, then what are you doing? You are just
Muslim. Then of course
you are useless. Islam does not tell you to do that, but these people, they make it look like, oh, this is what Islam teaches. My own Islam that I practice does not teach me what these people you're doing. It doesn't teach me that. You people need to stand up. And I tell them, I said, this is if you say protest is haram, fine, okay, let's accept it that way. The time has come for you to understand that this election is a fraud, and if you cannot protest, then use this election to fight for yourself by staying back. Don't come out for their election. Leave them to go and do their election. Leave their election to them, because they are using that election to defraud you. And that is what they will continue to do. After Buhari, the next person that will come, as long as you believe that election will solve your case, the next person that will come will be worse than Buhari. Buhari is just a child's play. The next person that will come will be worse than Buhari. And if they don't get it, they will understand. Everybody will chop this breakfast. Shey don't nearly touch us. Now God carry me escape. You go touch everybody. Make them no worry now. Now time. Everybody go understand.
The language with that now, it go touch everybody. Whether you
touch everybody.
You touch everybody.
You go touch everybody, Maiyegun.
So that you go
get Now so Maiyegun.
Thank you so much.
How all right, now Maiyegun. Nice. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay.
We'll talk about the trauma later, so that
why?
Right, because I can't imagine what it was like that moment.
Come on, Maiyegun, it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
You can't feel as your boy. I think your ball she will.
Tí bá ṣe wèrè kò lè kó lára mi pé ẹja wèrè ni èmi lè fẹ́ máa fi ta kí ló mú yín náà ṣé kí ló fẹ́ pa gbogbo yẹn náà that kind of thing. No wahala na Maiyegun. All right, Baba. See.
Yes, Baba. That is Ahmed. I'm going to go to Lolo, my brother. But before I get you on, I've got other people on the line that are also going to join us. So, we have a princess here. Oh, dear. Okay, we have a lot of time. And this is going to be interesting. Now, I'm going to go to Lolo, my brother. Now, let me unmute you if I haven't already. Okay, I think you've done that yourself. Great, man. There you go. How are you?
Go to that bend.
Good. So you called why you call put Lolo now? Now Lolo you put the last time.
Clemens, I put my real name on it.
Now you can't put Lolo. I can't say I be no be Clement be that. I be this one well, good to have you, Baba. See you again. How are you?
Yes, sir. Man, greetings to all the parliamentarians. Salute. For everybody. On the comment section, the people on live, the camera show, everybody, like greetings, one love, everybody.
Nice one, man. Nice
one. To be honest, like I salute Mr. Jerry B, who talked about, people coming together, that Zoom thing to support you, to help you, because that thing is not easy to do it. Like what you are doing is a great fucking job. Like, sorry for using that word.
Look so easy. That's why people are feeling sorry for me that I need people. They don't have an idea. Actually, so kind of. I'm even missing meetings with some of these guys who are putting the heads together behind the scene. All of these guys, and we decided to just say, let Maiyegun be the face. Okay, if anything goes, hold him responsible. But well, maybe once in a while.
I also say salute to that man who talked about database. That was the second caller, I guess. Like, because that database of a thing is very important. We might not know the importance right now. Database is actually like if you are coming from anywhere in the world, coming to BUB, Yankee boy, American, England, or whatever, Denmark. As soon as you get to Germany, they will ask you, why are you here? For work reasons, for schooling. You will get registered. They will know where you are staying. In fact, if you buy a car, you have a plate number. With your plate number, they can know where you are. They can know who you are. They can know if you are Taliban. They can know if you are Boko Haram. They can know everything about you. Database is very important. Nigeria doesn't have that.
No.
Thirdly, there is war in Nigeria. But the most of us, we seem to deny it. There is war in Nigeria. Do you know this last week, the people that have died alone through Monday till Thursday, in fact, the week is not yet over. Monday till today is more than people that have died in Ukraine, Russia. Do you realize that?
Tell me about it.
Bro, people are dying. If you count the two bomb shit, people are just dying. No record.
They said like over 80 people were shot and killed on that train, right? 25 women drowned. 25 women drowned in Nigeria when they are running away from terrorists on Sunday. That was yesterday. Was it? Oh, sorry. Just yesterday, which was Wednesday, right?
That's 105. 80, 25, 105. And the number still keeps going on. And that's minus kidnapped people, right?
Go to Niger, go to Abuja, all these places, man. We are talking about 300-400 people killed in the last 48 hours alone.
Baba, and don't get it wrong, that 80 was just a kind of like
round
sketch, like a sketch count. They don't even know.
They don't.
Right? Yeah, the Minister of Transportation, Amechi Oloribuku, what did this talk about? Another way to kowoje, to embezzle. Another way to kowoje. He started talking about, we talked about after we constructed this rail line coming from Kaduna going to Abuja, that we should have drones, in fact, fly helicopter over the trains. I think, are these people mad? No, they imagine I'm taking a train from Stuttgart going to Berlin, and then there is an helicopter or a drone flying over me to protect me. Are you serious? And right now, you will come out and never say it's an act of terrorism. You will tell me it's banditry.
It is jihadi nation. You have to get ready for that. Yeah.
So now you are telling me, this thing, that overtaking of this Kaduna airport, what's the difference between the same thing going on in Afghanistan? Tell me the difference. No difference. No. So right now, and some fools, idiots, I will keep telling them that, will still come out and tell me we have to vote to get your PVC, get your this thing. I saw it on Instagram. Some of our musicians are posting all these influencers fucking, what's I go call themselves? They get your PVC. But I reply all of them, 100%. I open my eyes. We are not fools anymore. This thing is enough right now. And that's why our self-determination is not a crime, and nobody can even, charge us to any court of law. There is no, how do I say, no law binding that. Is ours. And nonetheless, I don't want to take too much time. Like that thing we talked about almost like 4 or 5 days ago, we need to implement it. Our placard, Yoruba Nation now, because people in Lagos are not even aware. A lot of people are not aware. They've heard about the peripheral, but they never knew the advantages about it. They don't even know about what's the difference between Nigeria now. Even if you collect the Yoruba Nation and I see the same people go sit. No, not the same people. Don't tell me that. We have ideas, we have knowledge. Yoruba is a great, I don't know how I feel to explain me being a Yoruba. So now we need to advocate it, the advantages, and we need to implement all those ideas, not just talking about it. Ká ṣe leaflet, ká pín fún gbogbo wọn. Bó bá wo billboard wa, a máa tún kọ́ mi yálàyà wọn. Let's do the same thing they are doing to us. What are they doing to us? Propaganda. We will do the same thing, but our propaganda is for the good of the people.
And all that. That's right.
So we have to focus on all these things. And I mean, to be honest to you, are you not tired? Are the Nigerian people living in Lagos, living in Ibadan, living everywhere, are they not tired of shouting up NEPA? You are a country who have fuel, you don't have refinery. You don't even produce, no production, no exportation. Every single thing you have as a country, you have to import it. And you are telling me you are a country. Your GDP, gross domestic product, is as low as fuck. You are going down, borrow everywhere. How much is our borrow level now? Trillion.
Trillion.
Even my own pikin no fit pay am. Their generation can't pay it, Papa. So right now is our work or our duty, even though you are doing a great work. I engage people every day. I know at least today I met 2 people who still believe in no one Nigeria, and I convinced them you have to sign petition. Okay, Baba, send me the website. You say I'm for here. Like at my description the last time, ọmọ tí wọ́n mú lọ tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe exam, tó ọkọ̀ exam wọ́n fún lórí ìjò, ó sì tún gba F9 paranet. The origin is happening in our eyes. Why are we still sleeping? I salute the house, Clement for Stuttgart.
God bless you, Clem. Thank you so much. But before you go, I'll give you something to go to bed with, okay? Clement just jumped out of the room. However, Clem, if you are still watching, okay, many people are feeling like, what is going on? There's so many ideas that we have muted on this program. There are so many ideas that so many other people have muted on different platforms. Many of them are being pursued, religiously by different groups, all for one thing, to keep the conversation of the Yoruba nation out there always and all that, okay? But when it comes to ours, right, we must remember something. We can do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it. You know why? Because we always plan, right? And he who failed to plan, they say, plan to fail. Do you get that now? So the primary thing you should always remember is that whatever we want to do on Maiyegun's Diary Political, whatever we want to get involved in, we will do it. We want publicity of a Yoruba nation to be out there. Of course it will happen. But there are some other steps that we must remember. There are already moves being put together to make sure that the moment our involvement in the Yoruba nation struggle, awareness, and all of that, our involvement once it starts won't or can't be stopped in a way that we have been given the responsibility to raise fund for some of these beautiful ideas. So don't be too much in a hurry. Let's build that foundation, the foundation where all your ideas, what you believe or how you believe that this whole thing should be. If you have a dependable source of income, funding, which all of us will be, if we build that foundation for it, a place whereby all our ideas will not die natural death. They will not just be ideas. They will not just be dreams. There will be wishes that will come through, that will actually come through for us, so to say. There will be dreams that will come true. So remember that everything good. requires a best standard and best planning. You know what I mean? Even what is well planned sometimes fails. Talk less of what is already put together. So the last time I spoke to Baba Akintoye, one of the things they were concerned about is that they have a hell of a lot of things that they are also planning to do. If you don't have a good source of funding, dependable one, you are likely going to fizzle out in weeks, months, and that's it. But our involvement on Maiyegun's Diary political means, if we can build that database, if we can build that funding base, we shouldn't come public and say we are going to do this or we're going to do that. It will just be all talk, no action. So I understand all your impatience and all of that. But you must also understand that we must be very, very, very careful. All eyes on us. I don't want to be here in another 6 months and there will be nothing about funding, supporting programs of Yoruba Nation. I would rather use a month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months to build a platform that will never die and will sustain all those ideas than to put together a platform within hours that would die a natural death within weeks. So I want you to have that understanding, okay? And there's no suggestions, no idea, no all your beautiful ideas. None of them is ever wasted. The reason why we call this platform Maiyegun's Diary Political is because everything you say here, everything we talk about here, it is pretty much like writing it in a diary, a digital diary. It is never lost. We can always go back on them, pick those ideas, fund them, and bring them to life. And I want you to be with me on that. All right? For example, we raised fund for the past 1 week, until yesterday. For the past 1 week, we had a balance of nearly 18,000 pounds, right? That's more than 10 million naira. A penny was not spent in it for those period. It didn't reduce. It didn't disappear because we know the challenges before us, ahead of us. If you can only imagine it, then you realize that every penny counts. So all your ideas, don't think you are just saying them on Maiyegun's Diary to hear. No. Some of them you are just going to see them happening out there soon. But let's build that foundation. It is so important. Very, very important. I'm sorry I took your time that way. I've wanted to give you an update on our funding. I just thought we started late. Let's go straight into the Parliament conversation. So sorry about that, guys. And I'm really sorry I kept going and going and going. So I needed that. So I'm going to go to, one thing, guys. I don't know how you feel, but usually as a gentleman, I don't feel comfortable keeping ladies waiting, right? I don't know if you feel good about that. I know. I'm going to let the lady in the house quickly speak to us, okay? And the rest of us can complete the evening. How about that, gentlemen? Just wave your hand if you feel good about it. Oh, Gbadamoshi is not feeling cool about it. You're a gentleman. You're right. Sir, is it there? Anyway, our lady, Omoba, is the name tonight. Everybody would love to hear from you. Ma, how are you?
I'm fine, Maiyegun. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you, ma.
But was it very enough?
Anyway, ma. If it's here, me about to Dari. I think we are having an issue with the network somehow. It's not just Gbadamoshi. Sir Gbadamoshi Sam Sidin, sir. Somehow, you seems frozen there for some time. Oh, I'm glad you moved. It's moved. Now, you are with us. Please, hang on there for me, man. Princess, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I thought Princess already rose. So, Princess, I'm going to let you continue, ma, please.
The average Nigerian, that I went to watch football and Alpha win. Nigerians didn't win the match. This, that, and they started vandalizing everything. Maiyegun. Maiyegun. Ṣáàlè bí wọn gbogbo kọ́ọ̀pù tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀ èwo ni wèrè wọn fi momi rí inú ẹ̀.
Okay.
Because jẹ́ kàmí fẹ́ mọ̀ ìtọ́ bá ti fi mu pitó àbí kùnú àbẹ́ mu nínú gbogbo kọ́ọ̀pù tó ti gbà kó jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. Bí ẹ láti máa mọ̀ páwọn èèyàn ń sínwìn. Ibi ká ti máa mọ̀ nìyẹn because match yẹn there was no even black amber lára àwọn tó lọ gbá bọ́ọ̀lù yẹn.
No respect for those who died.
The flag didn't come down. That was a national tragedy. But because where we belong, there is no value for lives. Everybody just go about their normal day-to-day activity like it is nothing. Because ìlú tá wà nínú ẹ̀ tí ìjọba ń downplay terrorism tí ìrí mi ẹ̀. Ìjọba jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé bandits ni wọ́n when the chief would COS or kí ló máa ń pè kíní chief of army staff he was calling them bandits. These people are terrorists.
I even have their names.
Ó ti censor news tó yẹ káwọn èèyàn ti gbọ́ kíní. It has been censored. Tá bá máa wo news lọ́la ń sìn àárí tó máa gbé aṣíwájú síbi kan tó tóbi. Nǹkan tájọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀yẹ ẹgbẹ́ kan ló máa gbé sí. Lai Mohammed is doing a very great job. I will just bóyá tó bá change orúkọ Alhaji tó bá change first name wọn bóyá wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní hùwà dáadáa.
Ó ti late, àwọn kan ló ti late already.
Nǹkan ti late fún gbèsè ayé wọn ò lè padà dá wọn.
They change more like Odiboye Mabaku nìyẹn. He came out He came out 2 days ago and he said, 2 days ago, and he said Nigerians are now traveling safer. It is now safer. Nigeria is now safer. Blah 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 blah. This and that, and just few hours after that, Kaduna, Abuja.
They are bringing up the train issue. Yeah, the infrastructure and everything. Like they are doing us a favor.
Yeah, exactly.
We pay tax for crying out loud. We pay for these things, and somewhere, in fact, and tí wọ́n fi ṣe national chairman APC ń sìn àtòmíṣòre ṣe bí EFCC gbé wọn fún fraud.
That's right.
Ó gbé the first one yẹn ó gbé yẹn fún 15 billion. Ó gbé Omiṣore fún 1.3 billion.
All things have passed away.
So gbogbo wọn ti di national chairman àti secretary ń sìn. People are talking about political parties. APC is pushing the blame to PDP. PDP, it is not about that. You will hide that. Tẹ́lẹ̀ táwọn òbí wa tán farada wèrè nítorí pé middle class wà that time ni. Middle class want to scrap it out. You are either where there is surplus or where there is scarcity. And the way they are downplaying the whole thing, only for many problem. Your GOs are there. Like Ahmed said earlier, Ahmed saw earlier, see, me, I even know that there is a verse in the Quran that says you should fight. When you die fighting for your rights, you die as a Said. They will open the gates of heaven to you, Gadagbabaini. When you die protecting your property, protecting your rights. Why are their clergies not telling them this? tó bá mú ikú sí díẹ̀ ọ̀run gidi lẹ́ ń lọ kò ṣe pé kó lọ blow àwọn èèyàn up.
Oh, that's the other way around now. I want to blow you up, turn you boy. They told those ones that if they kill all of us infidel, right? They're going to heaven.
Yeah.
So the message is
in fact, Putin ti sọ pé Putin ti sọ tiẹ̀ pé tó bá ti kó wèrè wá, ó ń lọ ọ̀run ni tó bá ti mú ẹ. Àwọn tó fẹ́ lọ fẹ́ yẹn wá lọ fẹ́ wọn dáadáa sọ́hun ni. So it is just the injustice and everything to accompany there. Àwọn èèyàn train ọmọ lọ sí school, yeah? Nínú ìlú tá wà, ọmọ yẹn di doctor, ẹ̀dẹ̀ pa just like that. So like about the civil war, there was nothing civil about the war. That was a genocide. People should know that. Taking away history from us is wrong, all wrong. No. So is either kọ́pì wa kọ́tẹ̀ tó bá tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tẹ́mi kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ kọ́ ṣe fẹ́mi bẹ́mi ṣe jókòó yìí. Tó bá lè kọ́kọ́ pì wá tá bá ti kọ́kọ́ manage resources ara wa náà àti ẹ̀ ti kọ́kọ́ bọ́ sáyé náà. But wọn ò ní ṣe yẹn. Ẹ fẹ́ wá gbáwájú omi ṣé níbo ni káwọn ará ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àwọn ará àbẹ̀jùlẹ̀ kí mo ní kọ́ lọ?
Wọ́n máa move sọ́wọ́ inside. No, they will move to inside. All of
inside, kò sí inside kọ̀ọ̀kan létí omi yẹn Maiyegun. Kò sí inside kọ̀ọ̀kan létí omi yẹn. Kò sí.
Lọ nìyẹn, bóyá máa lọ Guinea-Bissau. Àwọn Mauritius, àwọn kankan yẹn máa bí súnmọ́ Togo, àwọn other places. Àbí tẹ́ bá máa rí nìyẹn lọ ni.
Àwọn olórí burúkú tó wà lọ ń jà nítorí football yìí, àwọn ni mo fẹ́ bèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn pé same energy yẹn kọ́ divert ẹ̀ sórí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ìlú yìí. Because if tí Nàìjíríà ṣe fún yín rí mi ò rí. Ihun tó ṣe fún yín rí mi ò rí. Ihun tó ń ṣe fáwọn ọmọ yín, I can see it. I can't place my fingers on it. Tẹ́ tó bá fẹsẹ̀ gbá ní Maiyegun tó bá fẹsẹ̀ gbá bẹ́ẹ̀ni àti ẹ ṣe sọ bí gbogbo ẹ ṣe wà níbí báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ọkọ bá fẹsẹ̀ gbá ní alẹ́ yìí ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ló máa padà pa kò sókùn tó máa fi wò ó àwọn wèrè tó fún kọ́ọ̀pù fúbọ́ ọmọ mi rí tó ń jà káàkiri tó ń dà lúrú yìí o èèyàn tó bá fẹsẹ̀ gbá Nàìjíríà ìgbàyé sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí kò sókùn tó fẹ́ máa fi pa ní General Hospital. Fẹsẹ̀ kọ́ dàrú ni.
No wonder.
It is as bad as that. It is that bad. Àwọn èèyàn ro jẹ́jẹ́ mọ́. People are just surviving. Tó bá ti jáde láàárọ̀, tó bá máa padà wọlé lálẹ́, ó ń ronú báyẹn fẹ́ jẹun ni. Àwọn èèyàn jókòó síwájú tẹlifíṣàn kan wo tẹlifíṣàn mọ́ kò ń ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́. Àwọn èèyàn gbọ́ news mọ́, they be so occupied with stress and chaos that they don't even also weaponize poverty. Wọn ò jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn ronú straight mọ́. And I am telling you, Maiyegun, insurgency Boko Haram, mo pin àwọn Westerner, mo pin ẹ̀ lé wọn lórí. I stand to be corrected.
Thank you, ma.
Insurgency Boko Haram. Mo pin ẹ̀ lé wọn lórí. Kọ́ wá challenge wa pé àmọ́ ohun tá à ń ṣe. Ìjọba nígbà tí terrorist lórí tarmac, wọ́n ti ń lọ síbi tí train wà. Àwọn ló control títì. Tó bá yá gbogbo àmà jókòó lé wa ni. Ó dàrọ̀ Maiyegun.
Nice one, Princess. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm gonna go to Gbadamoshi. I think I still have you around. I bet I lost you earlier, but I'm glad that I got you back. So, sir, you are going to go next, and I think your mic is open. Please. Ojedokun Ifeoluwa was here earlier, and he dropped off. I think I'm going to bring him back now, and he's going to come after you, Gbadamoshi Samsidin. So let's come to you, sir. Oh, I think Gbadamoshi's network is acting up somehow. So I'm going to quickly give Ojedokun a chance while Gbada fixes his connection, okay? So let's go to Ifeoluwa. Brother, I don't know if you are ready, because I'm going to go to Theophilus Oluyide soon. But let's see if I can get you on. One sec. Your microphone. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, how are you, Baba?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, my brother. How are you?
Maiyegun General.
Yeah. How are you?
Well, I'm actually happy I'm on your show today. I've been following your show since 2017. That's
Thanks, man.
leading up to 2019 election. And I want to say you've been doing a really good job.
Thanks, man.
But each time I look at you, the way you think and the way you handle and analyze most of the issues in Nigerian politics, I feel, yes, we still have great men. In fact, people now call me Maiyegun second in my place of work because they know I'm always so it is, and I did tell them, well, I'm an Ondo State person, but I'm happy I have a brother from Ijebu, which is you. So, well, one thing I want to actually talk about today is I think you overrate Lagosians too much. How do I mean? You think these people think, and literally they don't think. I'm saying it. My name is not actually Ojedo Pinfiga. My name is Alabida. I want them to come for me. I'm in Nigeria. I'm not outside of Nigeria.
Whoa.
So you have dealt with a lot of these people, and I've talked to them on the Nigerian politics a lot of times, and I've realized they don't think. I don't know. Imagine people coming on board to say they want to support this particular Sanwo-Olu for second term. There was a time I was engaged in a discussion with some of these people. I had to sit them down. Now, listen, I know you are old, but then,
Abi?
So, so please listen to me. Look at between 1999 and 2007, what happened during Tinubu's regime compared to what is happening in this Sanwo-Olu period. Is there a difference? The other two that came in between, that's the person of Fashola and Ambodi or whatever they call themselves. Yes, they are quite better than these ones, but it's not because they are actually better in the real sense, but it's because they are not listening to their Baba Tole. So I don't know.
Few things outside there is approval on their own, I think.
Exactly, sir. Sir, if you're in Lagos now, you feel bitter every day. I mean, you have a private car and Agbero is disturbing you every day. For what?
They said it's now worse. It's become so worse that.
Oh my God! You have to be in Lagos, sir.
And they are bringing your stuff. The thugs in the area can say you cannot move in until you until you pay them.
Yes, sir. That's very good, sir. I saw something that really got me to tears, like while I was driving. You know all these street hawkers.
Yeah.
I learned all these last month people collect fees from them and sign on their boxes like
They always write those downfall bosses. They are doing it to those hawkers too.
Hawkers, like they collect money from these people that are only looking for what they will eat. But then if you think it to the front and back, you realize these people you are even trying for or whatever, they don't even know their pain. You talk to them about these things, see the situation here. And that's why most times I pity you. I pity you because you are doing a great job, but are you actually reaching the people you want to reach? The answer is no. Like, they even act like nothing is happening. They act like nothing is happening every blessed day. But each time I have an opportunity, though, I do my best to educate them and all. But it's so tiring. Well, the issue that Google Alamaje breakfast, well, I've eaten my own breakfast too.
You want to share?
Well, I can't share it. I was coming from Ibadan to Lagos December 24th last year. Okay. So I drive another car. So I'm getting to somewhere before getting to I don't know if you know where they call trailer park, just after
I know trailer after Ogiri. You know, what's that place called? Is it called Ogiri Ari or Togeta Ari after that?
I shall know Ogiri. Then after Ogiri, I know there is this trailer park.
The trailer park, I know the place too. Go on.
Yes, they're actually constructing the road then. So my car now had an issue, you know, all these pulling of legs and all.
Right.
So it happened at around 6 in the evening. So around that time, I was looking for who to help me to solve the problem and all. One outside man came with a bike. He told me he's a mechanic and he could fix it. A part of me never wanted to listen to him, but on the other side, I feel, well, I can't do this alone. So come on and help me with this thing. How much are you getting? He said 5,000. Okay, no problem. Shall do this thing. Let me leave this place. It's getting late already. This guy sat under my car, wasting time till 7. At 7, I now realized what's wrong with me. I'm staying in this bush with this guy. So I now realized, okay, now I have to leave this place. So I was trying to wave cars down and all, nobody waited. I now waved another Okada. As I waved the Okada, that one is speaking Hausa again. Okay, I mean, I don't understand this Hausa you are speaking. Yes, I've stayed in the north, but I only understand a little Hausa. If you understand English, let's talk. They are just speaking Hausa. So while I was trying to stop other Okada, actually the ones I've been stopping are not actually going far. In short, before I could know it, I have 7 bike men around me, all speaking Hausa. Dragging my bag, they want to collect my 2 systems, they want to collect my phone. If not for street OT, I was just trying to, okay, please, you can't take my system, you can't take my phone. These are things I'm using to get my livelihood, because I work as a freelancer before I started getting physical jobs here in Nigeria. So I'm like, I started negotiating my own system. Okay, don't worry, I'll pay you 100K for this, I'll pay you this for this, I'll pay you that for that. Fortunately for me.
Why? Did they eventually try to rob you that moment when they surrounded you?
The moment they surrounded me, the next thing is they are thinking of a way to rob me. And they are already telling me they will take my phone, they will take my system, they will take this, they will take that. But because I've lived with them in the north, I know how to talk to them. I know Douala is something they always want to listen to. If you say Douala Bakudi, that's a John Toriolo low.
Right.
They would listen to you and they would take things easy with you.
That's what you have.
Exactly. So I was negotiating my 2 systems and my phone with them. Like, please, I can't leave this system. I can give you money. So all the money that was on me that day, they took it. I had to call my girlfriend to send additional money.
On that Lagos Expressway near that toll gate.
It is that bad. They said they'll take transfer. I said, okay, no problem. I sent a
like, they were billing you like normal. If you won't leave this place, either leave your or pay us.
Exactly. If I'm not dealing with them that way, they were ready to get matters worse, like even killing me in that place. So I just had to calm down and all. Then at a point, I paid every money on me. The transfer that came, I sent to them, and one of them was still bent on taking my phone. It was at that point I was thinking, whatever happens here, me, I don't care again. No. So there was this jeep that was coming. I just ran into the middle of the road in that night, waving like, please just wait. Fortunately for me, it was one of these towing vehicles. So immediately the guy waited. I was like, oh Lenny, it is all these Hausa people. That man now has a boy behind him, like in the towing vehicle. The boy ran out. On getting out, 5 of them have moved. I was able to hold one down. On holding that one down, the boy that ran out with an iron. They started beating the one we were able to catch. Like, they beat him to the point that I was the one begging them, don't kill him. So at the end of the day, they just pushed him to one side of the bush, then hung my car on the towing vehicle, brought me to Lagos. So I couldn't tell my girlfriend what happened. I couldn't tell anybody. I just got home and I was just shaking on my bed, like, what has happened to me today?
What could have happened to me? What if?
Exactly. All those thoughts were just coming on my head, like, what if these guys have actually stabbed me? One actually showed me guns. One showed me all these local guns. Like, I should just cooperate. If I'm not cooperating, they could actually waste me.
My brother.
So it's so deserting. And well, the Yoruba nation thing, sir, we just have to get it. Me personally, I'm tired of this country. In fact,
really, they are not really much aware of what's going on. But like you said, in your whole part, you are doing your own. you share it with 1-2 people when you see them and all that. So
exactly.
Thank you so much. Let me
It's
take
okay,
a person too. Okay, so amazing talking to you, and I'm glad that your light all through the whole moment tonight. How are you on generator already?
Oh, generator.
Generator,
there is no light to no problem, sir.
Very good one. Thank you.
You are doing a really great job.
Nice, so that's Ife there. I'm going to go to Elder Theophilus Oniyide, sir. So I'm going to come to you, then I'm going to go to Ogbeni Oja. Afterward, he's been quietly sitting there, and I kind of, love that. So let's go to Theophilus Oniyide. I'm going to add a few who are on the queue. I'm adding them one after the other. Let's go to now. One moment. Great. So let's go to Sir Theophilus. Over to you, sir. Let me see if I can unmute you from here. Give me a sec. Let's see. Oh, what's going on? Okay, yeah. That's you. Sir.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
I just can't do without coming here today. It's like playing football here, what they call football here in America, when they say touchdown. So I just have to touch. But I'm not going to take much time because I'm still at work.
I know.
I'm just going to use this opportunity to say a big congratulations to Ahmed for being alive today. I'm really happy for him, and I thank God for his life.
Me too.
Yeah, I want to also send my condolence message to the family of that lady doctor. What's that her name again?
Dr.
So I want to send my condolence to the family, and I pray that God will give them the fortitude to bear the loss. It's a big loss to that family. A big loss to them. I want to thank condolence to them. Once again, I want to say congratulations to Ahmed for being alive. It's terrible. It's terrible. So I want to greet everybody in the house, and I want to greet my sister that left a while ago. I want to greet her and say, Yoruba today, Odua now, Biafra now. Bye, Maiyegun. See you some other time.
God bless you. I love that. That's just a touchdown. I want to say hi to Maiyegun. I could easily just say that in the comment, but no, I'm going to say hi. I love it, sir. And you always kind of obey the traffic rules when you are touching down with us. So you have a wonderful day, sir. So such a pleasure having you. Stay safe. So I am going to go straight to Ogbeni Oja. After Ogbeni Oja, I'm going to go to Edaola Olua Akin, and then I'm going to go to Adeola, my brother. Then afterward, I'm going to go to, let me see who else I have on there. I'm going to go to, this guy. I'm going to go to Michaelo. So Michaelo is likely going to be the last parliamentarian who is going to contribute tonight. However, let's stop at Ogbeni Oja, sir. It's been a while. How are you, Baba?
Very well, sir.
Great. How are you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
Kale Omo Yoruba Kakiri, and Koshinafon to Clement from Stuttgart. I'm calling from
to Clement.
From Kent anyway.
Watching too.
Yeah. So it's you're doing marvelously well. Actually, I'm so privileged to be in the same generation with you, because we are epic makers. We are the one. You see, the Israelites, the Hebrews. Okay, let me say Hebrews. They were in bondage. They were supposed to be in bondage for 400 years in Egypt, but Asungbagbe, Ìjẹ kan jẹ yàrá wọn kan bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n gbàgbé wọ́n lo extra 34 years. So òun náà ló dífá fún ọmọ Yorùbá nínú ìgbèkùn Nàìjíríà.
Nigeria.
We were supposed to spend 100 years. It ended in 2014. And Asumbagbe, nítorí nǹkan táwọn èèyàn máa jẹ, nǹkan tó máa mú, nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ kólé, mo fẹ́ lélẹ̀, ó lè sùn yàrá méjì at the same time.
No.
Ó lè wẹ̀ ní balùwẹ̀ méjì at the same time.
No.
So that is the thing. And people like you are like the voice, like the Moses that had to liberate them. You see, people don't understand, but I'm going to say something to you.
Please.
We are not peddling in propaganda.
No.
We are telling the truth.
That's right.
And the book of the scripture says in John 8:32, it says, you know the truth, and the truth will set you free.
That's
you
right.
See, the truth we are sending out now. Àwọn bàbá tí wọ́n máa ń sọ pé tí irọ́ bá lọ lógún ọdún, ìjọ kan báyìí òtítọ́ máa bá. Ẹ jẹ́ kó máa parọ́ yẹn lọ, kó máa parọ́ yẹn lọ. Ká dẹ̀ máa ṣe kíni, ká máa sòtọ́ yẹn lọ.
Baba, you know, you said something now, and that thing just touched me somehow, because I love people who can be very philosophical in their presentation, like yourself right now. Yeah, you said, look at the Jews, look at the Israelites, look at these Hebrews and all that, right? They were supposed to be in Egypt slavery for maybe 40 years. They ended up spending
400 years.
Where they were supposed to be there for 400, but they spent extra 34.
Yes.
Yorubas were supposed, probably for God knows why, supposed to be part of this arrangement for
2014.
Years. And that's 8 years ago.
Yes.
So it is now, anything we are using right now in Nigeria is like an extra. And it's
what we are saying, the idea has come, the time has come. An idea that the time has come can never be in that.
No.
So to the you see, look, we don't need the Iruegriwa. We need the critical mass. We have the critical mass.
We do.
My history tells me that when the likes of Paolo wanted to start
yes,
they started in UK here. And today, we know the impact. It's the same thing here. You see, please don't blame people in Nigeria. Don't blame them. Don't blame them. We need to help them. And that's where we are going. And that's what we should do. You see, the solution that we are going to bring forward.
Yeah.
Maiyegun, Amamora. It probably, you know, a friend of a friend that knows you, that knows me. You understand? My Sherewa Shiati ni Glasgow. She checked with many companies. You see, if it's 1 hour of my time that I will give to you for consultancy, free, Baba Ojowolo. You see, Tababe distributed ledger. Anywhere, 5-4. The word of God says, where two or more are gathered in his name.
Yes.
What is the name of the Lord? It's the truth, it's the grace. That is the name of the Lord.
Yeah.
5, 4, 6. Distributed ledger group cell anywhere anywhere link anywhere anyone everyone money ID to unique. And that is how we will transform into our own.
You know one thing when people said about what can we do if we really want to make a difference, Lori or Yoruba Nation, for example, right? I said one thing I'm going to try to do, so help me God, is to discover passionate, professional, intelligent, and smart Yoruba sons and daughters all over the world that are going to be as passionate as the Yoruba's liberty, Yoruba's prosperity, Yoruba's safety, as they are passionate about their profession. And you know, it took a lot of sacrifices to get to where you are in this your own industry, your own profession, right? Now, imagine if you then have to just give us a little time to channel that towards a Yoruba Nation. So we will discover many like you, and I'm so happy that you can even come on today to talk about it. Momo, I'm all over the place. Fast thinkers, fast fingers, people who can make things happen, right? And they will build things that will be unbreakable in the name of Yoruba nation. I believe you, Baba. Just give me one last line before you go.
So I will round up with one song. And the song is for our people in Nigeria. They should understand. We one long boss. For one long ba. Agbelu sílẹ̀, afẹnuwí, àpótí alákàrà chamfiala, ohun tó ń ṣe tó ń fún wọn lára, ìwà tó ń wù ní ń bà wọ́n lẹ́rù. Amúniṣìwí, amúniṣìsọ, amúnikòkèlè bọ́ múni wọn bàbá wọn. So bàbá, ká má sọ̀rọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Solution tá a máa ṣe, a máa jẹ́ kó wà simple. Tẹ́ pé even ọmọ kékeré 3-year-old, I understand it.
Ali operate. I'm with you.
Ali operate. And you know what? Simplicity is the best.
It is the best, they say.
And everybody will pick it up.
It is the best.
Maiyegun, thank you so much for the opportunity.
God bless you, sir. I'm so happy to speak to you, okay? And I hope I will have you some other time too. Baba, respect, eh? Nice one. Nice one, Baba. So I'm going to go straight now to Prince, Elder Olaoluwa. You see, another person apart from Ahmed, Princess. Now another person, Ogbeni Oja. Another person you would like to see their face tonight is Elder Olaoluwa. Sir, I'm going to unmute you. Let's see if I can get that up.
Another person you would like to see their face.
So I'm going to, I think there'll be, I don't know if I'm going to unmute you. You need to mute
okay.
That one is so loud. You need to mute down completely, sir. You need to.
Yes.
Like you need
Hello?
to completely, sir. Totally. Like you can't hear it at all. You know what I mean? If you have the remote control, if you are watching it on the screen, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's getting into your broadcast.
You know what I mean? If you have the remote control, if you are watching it on the screen.
You see,
yeah. Okay. Hello?
Elder, good.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, the better I'm saying. Now, good evening, sir.
Okay. Yeah. But mi ò gbọ́ra mi o, mi ò gbọ́ra mi. Ṣé máa tán?
Mi gbọ́ra yín, mi gbọ́ra, but ṣẹ́yìn ń gbẹ́ mi àbí? Ohun mi lè máa gbọ́.
Mi ò gbọ́ kankan mọ́.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí? Ẹ ń gbọ́ mi báyìí?
No. Okay.
Èmi dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yín clearly o, gbogbo àlà ń gbọ́ yín o.
Mo ń gbẹ́ látòrí tẹ́lì.
Ìyẹn ni ti broadcast, tá à ń broadcast síta. Ṣẹ́rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mi àti yín ṣe ń sọ èyí tí wọ́n wojú screen yín kí lẹ̀ ń lò fóònù lẹ̀ ń lò àbí ṣé fóònù lẹ̀ ń lò àbí desktop àbí.
Ṣé kí n tan volume kọ̀mpútà mi ni.
kọ̀mpútà yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ lè gbọ́ mi ẹ yọ kúrò ní mute.
no laptop
yẹn ó yẹ fi volume sí kẹ́ lè gbọ́ mi.
Okay, 1 second, please.
Okay, so I'll come back to Elder Olaoluwa. So I'm going to go straight to what do you call it? Sorry, Baba. I'm going to come to you anyway. I'm just going to go straight to Adeola. After Adeola, I'm going to go to Olaoluwa King. And Michael, I told you you're going to be the one to kick in at the end at some point, okay? Oh, Elder is back. Hang on. Adeola. Elder, check me by. Can you hear me, sir? Elder. No, I think the audio is really something else, okay? So let's go to Adeola. Quickly. Adeola, sir.
Maye.
Oh, God, you. How are you, Baba?
I'm very well. I'm okay. I'm calling from the UK.
Good one, Baba.
I think a lot has been said already, and there's little to add to tonight's Parliament. I've been following for a while. It's good to be on the show.
Thank you.
Regarding Nigeria, it's quite a sad thing because from own experience, I didn't get to know much about Nigerian history or more of Black history while I was still living in Nigeria. It was until when I left Nigeria about 16, 17 years ago that actually as a Black person, dealing with racism, I actually kind of dig back to my, to my roots and get a lot of books, read vastly on different African literature and try to identify myself with African heroes like Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, and the host of others, like even Awolowo. How to buy his book, how to read his book to understand his mindset and where he came from. I think we shouldn't be that worried because if we were to understand why Nigeria was set up as an administrative convenience for the colony, for the British, it was mainly set up to extract rent, and it's doing exactly what it was set to do. So we had an advantage. So I'm talking in the past sense now. We had an advantage. The advantage of, as a people, before the military hijacked Nigeria, shortly after independence, to actually sit down and say, you know what, we've been dealt a bad hand. The colonialists have dealt us with a bad hand. How can we make this work for ourselves? We lost the opportunity. We lost it. I think as a country, it could have worked. We could have, maintained some form of autonomy. We should have maintained some form of self-actualization, and be a beacon to the black race. Because what pains me the most is that our leaders are unconcerned with the fact that their actions and inactions, destroys the black people in the world. It's not just isolated to Nigeria, whereby you steal money, do the wrong things. It's not at all. It extends. It's an extension to the black race entirely. So you've been given a chance to project the black race in the best possible light. So even if you're a governor, you're a local government chairman, whatever it is, you've been given the opportunity to present in the best light it can ever be, but you failed. So I am in support of self-actualization. I'm
because like you said, sorry, like you said, right, from the start, it was meant to be where we are like in charge of our own affairs. We were in charge of our own affairs, and if we had been allowed to continue with that, right, we are not saying that we are going to be El Dorado, but we would never be the same as we are now. We could have been
managed and evolved as a people. It's like if you have self-actualization, you can manage, you can evolve. You would adjust your your constitution. If we were just contributing a particular percentage to the center and having your identity as a person and as a people, that's fantastic. But they've ruined it. They have, and the best way to put it is, if you were to have a business and you hire Tinubu to be your manager, you will never make a profit. If you hire all these, people, the whole cohort, you will never make a profit. So if you're to look at it from the study of anthropology, zoom it down to ethnography, right? If Maiyegun is accountable, you expect him to be accountable going forward. But when someone
accountability helps productivity, they say, right? It simply means
that track record.
Also minus too.
Look at their track record. Look at their track record. So it's very predictable. So don't just think someone is going to come in today and perform wonders. No, it's impossible. If Maiyegun transcends now and becomes, let's say, the minister of Yoruba nation, we will know that this guy did it before in the past. So we should expect the same thing. It's predictable. So don't expect you appointing Atiku or Tinubu or whatever. Don't expect a change, because just go back to their past. The history, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years down the line, what have they done? What have they delivered? Nothing. We are more unequal. There's decreased, social mobility. There is social disharmony, right? So all this is their track record. All this, if we had a way of documenting all the wrongs they've done with names, and their history, we have to document it. So even when we have Yoruba nation, these guys will still come to, still want to hijack. So let's document their history. That Baba, we know you for who you are. Yes. We have a short memory. When you were formerly one small commissioner for cultural affairs, whatever it is, this was a track record. You have no stake in this new nation. So we have to consciously document it, because these people, they don't have anything to do. See, Nigeria has come to a place whereby when the clouds gather, no one has to tell you that the rain is going to fall. You don't need the soothsayer, you don't need the pastor, you don't need anyone to tell you. It's about it. He has all the right things. It's just that the people that should not die are the ones that are dying. And if I had my own way, we have to change the narrative because Nigerians have died enough. We know who has to die. Let us be frank. Let us be honest. People die in droves. Even I think the previous person that was on the panel mentioned that even people die in hundreds, even way more than the war in Ukraine. That's there's enough of Nigerians dying already.
You get that?
We died too much. At the core,
you remember where there was this movie back then in Nigeria? You have left Nigeria for a while. You may not remember it. When Nollywood was speaking of Yoruba wood, Tani Kukon. That was when everybody they kill everybody, right? Everybody was people were waiting for their own turn. Nigeria is killing us, and the question is, who is next? Would you wait?
Exactly. We have to isolate it. There is no way PDP, APC would deliver social mobility or increase, harmony. It's like DNA helix. The DNA helix, when you plug it out, you see all the traits. So if you take a Maiyegun's DNA now, you will see truth, justice, transparency inside of it. But in your own DNA helix, is absent. So there is no way they will deliver it. So it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy that they will run it aground already. It's already finished. Nigeria's already finished. They lost the opportunity and it's finished. So the best case possible for anyone living in Nigeria or even from the north, your best case possible now is to look for a way to trade with your neighbors. If you know you can trade with them, if you know you have to retool yourself to trade with Yoruba man or trade with Igbo man, that's your best possible option. Retool yourself because it is not going to be sustainable. No. Right? Nothing will happen. These guys are detached from reality. They are detached. So they will still
think another point. So they are so detached from reality that you think they are not even. Are they not living with people? Are they not reading?
Baba. See, I wish there was time. People like, all these Kola Luko, the Jidomoko analyzing. Those guys, they cleared out to. Even there are some unknown names I don't even know. Even there was documentary on all those guys. Switzerland, did a documentary on them color. Even one of the reporters went to Switzerland to ask questions. They couldn't. The mayor of that town said he had no clearance to talk about him. These people they've taken so much. They've extracted so much from that system. That there's nothing remaining for us to just part ways and look for a way to be prosperous. There is still room for us to be prosperous. Don't get me wrong. It's not doom and gloom. It's just a generation that has failed to deliver. And sometimes we have to see from a point of timeline. The timeline that we are all in now is the time whereby we have to get rid of them. That's our timeline. We pray that we see prosperity, but we have to know this is a timeline whereby these guys have to go. They cannot live forever, Maiyegun. And their handwriting is on the wall. Nigeria is finished. They've destroyed it. There's no more way but to just go our separate ways.
Out there at some point, I know. Thanks so much, Baba.
Thank you so much, Maiyegun. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're amazing. Thanks, man. Okay, you have a good evening, okay? And I hope we have you another time too. I love this. I do. I love it. Thanks, man. So I'm gonna go to Michael quickly. Now, Michael, I want to ask you to give me just a minute. I'm going to try and bring out Olaoluwa back on, and I hope we manage to fix the audio. So hopefully it's done. Or if we are unable to, then we just have to let Baba go to bed. Yeah, can you hear me? Audio. So hopefully it's done. Or if we are unable to, then we just have to. It seems that that TV is still talking, or you need to mute it. I shouldn't be hearing myself. You should be hearing me. I should be hearing you. I should not be hearing myself. So I'm hearing myself. You need to mute it. I shouldn't be hearing myself. You should be hearing. I should be hearing you. I should not be hearing myself. So I'm hearing myself. You see, you need to mute the TV. I don't know you. Can you hear me? Me at all.
Yeah, so my TV is soft. My TV is soft.
No, this is not working, sir.
Yeah. So my TV is soft.
You see? Is echoing. I think boy, it's let is on to my repeat. Elder, I'm asking Lori Ago.
Next time, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. Well done.
Awkward.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Pleasure, sir. Anyway, thank you so much for the effort.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, and I actually wanted all of you to hear from Elder. So, Michael, you and I will have to close the program tonight. So, how are you tonight, Baba? Okay, let me unmute you. 1 sec. I've done that. Go on.
Maiyegun, my dear brother.
Yes, sir. How are you?
My brother from another mother.
Thank you. One name. I usually say one name.
One name. I nearly missed tonight's show, you know. Nearly.
Didn't.
Yes. Just quickly before we go on,
please.
What Elder Olaoluwakin did was when he clicked on the link on the YouTube, it took him to StreamYard. So he had YouTube open and StreamYard open. So next time, just tell him to close tell him to close the YouTube tab down on his computer.
I see.
That's it.
And he's going to need to close the YouTube that is playing on his system so that he can be able to use the StreamYard properly on his laptop.
That is because I'm an IT engineer, so I know what's happening.
God bless you. You just gave a free tip to my friends.
That's right.
You know better. You can't have YouTube opened on your device and still have the studio opened though. That means the two will be clashing. So you need to close the YouTube and leave if you want to join the studio. Brilliant one, sir. Michael, you want to round it for us tonight, please?
I did hear. Maiyegun, what is happening in our country is heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, unbelievable, despicable, and it's just barbaric. It's like it's unbelievable. You know, people are dying every single day. Dr. Chinelo Magufuli, may I so rest in peace. Amen. You know, when I saw, people training their children go to school, training upon training years, I was so sad. I just couldn't. I was so devastated seeing people blow people. Oh God, Maiyegun, this cannot go on anymore. You cannot go. You didn't see Buhari today. They were commissioning the Bank of Industry headquarters in Abuja. He didn't go there because he was going to be stoned.
It's a shame. He was hosting the president of Niger Republic.
Yes.
There are some things that people don't even remember, Michael, right? Apart from the fact that ransom payment to terrorists in Nigeria is a way that the government of Nigeria is routing money to these terrorists. These same terrorists will jump into the military bases and they will loot the weapons and all of that. The ones they are not telling all of you is that it's all those regional countries, Niger, Chad, Mali, and all those places. Nigeria is like ATM card. Do you understand? They will just say, we are coming to Nigeria to come and do joint patrol in the Sahel region, in this and that, Lake Chad Basin, blah, blah, blah. They will just come, take money, go buy weapon for the terrorists and tell them, yeah, go to Nigeria, go and rob them. So it was that place was hosting the Niger president. They said they were looking for solution to end terrorism. And that one has been for 7 years.
It was a pre-plan so that he can't go out and go and visit that thing because people were already waiting to stone him. They were already waiting to stone him because he won't resign. People were already waiting to come out and stone Buhari. They planned that visit quickly to cover this so that it won't be allowed to go and commission the
rock there
in person. Because after people die, no nation address, no statement from the president. No. I mean, what is the use for infrastructure if people are dying on it? You're building rail track and railways. People are dying every day. I mean, I don't know the number, but it seems that the majority of people that are traveling on this train Our people who are well off, southerner, easterner, westerner.
Yes, I have the
It's
list.
unbelievable.
I have the list of those who died, and they are already in the region of over 80 people. Baba, you know what happened? See, Nigeria is finished. Nigeria is finished, all right? Michael,
completely.
See, let me tell you something. On this train track, on this train attack, they said that when they said the NRC, Nigeria Railway Corporation, to bring the manifest of the names of passenger on that train so that we can know who survived, who has been kidnapped, and all of that. They said 970 people were on that train. 970.
Can you imagine?
The NRC, the Nigeria Railway Corporation, they only sold ticket of 380. What does that tell you?
Wow.
Everybody on that train paid for ticket. New train where they borrow money constructs. They never paid the money back. They are already doing 70-30 corruption there. 30% government, 70% for themselves. Ticket tracker.
Can you imagine?
Over 600 passengers. The money they paid for that trip, didn't go to government.
What are the Nigerian youth are waiting for again? What else do we need to swing into actions? What else do we need to swing into action and bring this failed government down right now? We need to kick into action. This cannot continue anymore. It cannot continue anymore. People are dying every day. Oh my God! Can you imagine if one of them are relative? Any of those people could have just been any of our relatives. Could have been me.
It could be
travel to Nigeria and go to Kaduna from Abuja or Abuja to Kaduna. This cannot go on anymore. It cannot go. We must do something. The youth must stand up. They need to stop sleeping. The youth of Nigeria, we need to stand up and end this carnage right now. If you see Buhari, stone him. We cannot continue like this anymore. People are dying every day. Look at those majority of people that was on that train. They have been kidnapped. They're in kidnappers' dens right now.
Families. They started calling their families now to bring money.
Can you imagine? And the president is sitting there having meeting with people, and he can't come out and address us.
No.
We cannot wait for the end of the year. No, we cannot. We have to get rid of him now. And everybody go their separate way. Oduduwa Republic, Biafra land, Igbo, Omo Oduduwa. We need to stand up and defend ourselves. Safety and security come first before infrastructure. We can't even eat. If we're not allowed to eat, there's no food. There's no life. Those that can eat, they're the ones that are alive. People that can eat, you need to be alive first before you can eat. I'm so passionate. I'm so emotional. We cannot continue like this. We need to stand up. And you are doing a great job by opening people's ears and their eyes to open and swing into action. We need to be more active. We need to come together. Let's donate. Let's do something. Revolution now. Now. We cannot continue like this.
Thank you, Baba.
We cannot continue like this. Something must be done. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. That's what we say all the time. We're going to put action into our words, and we're not just going to complain, and we're going to act on it. And that's what we do. Thank you so much, Michael. You are a star. You have a good evening, okay? And I look forward to seeing you again on our next meet on the People's Parliament. Stay safe, Baba.
Okay.
Cheers, man. So this is where I am going to give you the closing remark. Our time is up. Daola Oluwa, I am looking forward to the next time I'm going to have him on Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Now that we know why we couldn't hear from him this last time. And then I've got a few other people who are also on the queue to join us, but our time is completely up. So I want you to please bear with me. The replay for this broadcast is going to air tomorrow afternoon. If you come across it, if you're just joining us tonight and you think you've missed, you can watch this again, or you can watch the replay tomorrow. Before you leave this broadcast tonight, you should try and like that broadcast. Like it, share it, and at the same time, you can subscribe on Maiyegun's Diary Political if you haven't. You see, this topic I try to treat tonight. I appreciate all my contributors, the fellow parliamentarians, all of you who have been commenting out there. All the combination of the rest, of all of us is what makes this Temple of Truth so unique. I'm so happy that we are beginning to know ourselves, identify ourselves, and yeah, I love that. But you see, tomorrow, the 1st of April, that is when I'm going to tell you in detail exactly what I saw when I said what they are planning is going to be a greater clamp down. And when I say clamp down, they are even going to sacrifice themselves. People you think they love, people that have been eating and sitting and dining with them for years. If they have to kill them to make this look real, they will kill them. They will assassinate those they will assassinate, and they're going to pin all of this on so many groups. And I'm beginning to see that side. So I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow or when next I come on, okay? I will break it down enough for you to understand that everything is possible with Buhari and APC. Don't ever brush aside any information that has to do with them, all right? Somebody said that, I think I was reading my comment the other time, I think it was earlier today, and somebody was commenting and he said, Maiyegun, Shebi, you said that APC is going to explode after their convention when they choose their party, this and that. I was like, the explosion that you are waiting for, your convention is the genesis of it. And if you haven't seen it already, just wait for it. So your own explosion may be when they deny your Tifnumbu the ticket. Well, Shebi, you said they would deny Tifnumbu ticket. Now they have given Tifnumbu the ticket. Abi? So then your next explosion will be like, okay, should Tifnumbu will be president or not? You saw those worries. If that is what your concentration is, they are actually just one out of tens of hundreds of other evil plans, plots that these people are capable of. Okay? So if you are so concerned about one, that you feel like that one alone is enough, then you are not paying attention. Just same way you believe them when they said change. You were paying attention to just one thing. That was the lie they were promising you, isn't it? And you didn't pay attention to the rest, which is the one that is now burning you today. Whether Tifnubu become your APC Egbekegbe candidate, whether it doesn't become APC Egbekegbe candidate, is just a single fraction of so many other parts to what these criminal governments are capable of, okay? So, tomorrow, I will say a lot on this, among other things that you should know. So, at this point, I'm going to say thank you to everyone of us once again. And tomorrow, I'm going to raise a fund. I want us to get over to 50 grand on this fundraiser. I didn't believe that we're going to end up slowing down. But let me give you an idea what I am aware of. That I know that the moment they come calling, whatever we think we have right now, it will consume everything within weeks. Let me give you an idea. Initially, when we said that we are raising, we raise funds to get the legal team all together in order to help us defend all our brothers and sisters who are being persecuted in Yoruba land and beyond. Then they released the Oloye Sunday Igboho. Then Igboho said, it is not over, Maiyegun, you should know that. There are so many bogus cases that they put out there against us, against me, against our people here and there. We need to end all these bogus cases. And we know that even before now, there are people who have been standing and fighting for those that Nigeria has been persecuting all this while. Now, we need to also we need to round all these useless cases that Nigeria is bringing up, round them up and trash them up, make sure they bin everything, and these people can live their own free life. In this whole struggle behind the scene, yeah, there are demands for bribe, millions of naira being demanded. So I told them, I said, I would rather fight legally than give anybody any money. Do you get that now? So now what they are working on is how can they put together all of those bogus cases, including a case of terrorism against Lady K and Oladele. You see these two, the Nigerian DSS, those Nigerian lawyers and so many other people and other parties, right? They want to make their life a hell, right? There are people who are trailing them. There are people who are calling them. There are people who are telling them that they are going to kill Lady K, this and that, except if she pays them. A lot is going on behind the scene. And the moment I have the proper green lights, including what is being done in releasing the bodies of those they killed at Oloye Sunday Igboho's house almost a year ago. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Yes, we have money. But the reason why we still have that money is because we haven't really taken any other fight yet. The reason why we haven't taken any other fight yet is simply because we want to know every illegal case they have put up against our people. Every court and what is the state of those cases. Which of them are demanding bribes and which of them we have to do away with. All of this, if they don't give me the green light on them, enough to say, now we are chasing it this way, we are chasing it that way, I can't spend a dime from our money. But my worry is that they will soon ask, they will soon call. And if our money is called intervention, definitely it's going to go into something very big soon. I'm talking about, we currently have more than 11 million naira in the bank. 11 million naira is not a real big money. We have 2 million naira with a lawyer that is on standby. We are waiting to help. But I bet it, I can feel it. Any moment from now, there will be some financial commitments. Our savings will be depleted. Our savings will reduce. And I don't think we should run out of money when this whole battle actually really starts. A lot of these are why I'm going to be raising money tomorrow. Whatever it is going to be, £100, £200, £1,000, £2,000, £5,000. I want you all, my friends, to come to the program tomorrow, at least with your wallets and your open checks. We will raise that fundraiser from the paltry £28,000 that it is right now on that screen. We're going to take it over that, and we're going to get more solid and solidly prepared. To everybody who's made this happen so far, thank you. But trust me, yes, we have what do you call it? We have resources to fight. We are patiently waiting to confront the fight. But we know if the fight comes, we may run out of resources within weeks. And I just thought I should tell you. The second part is that, like I said earlier, some of you may see my face because that's what I want you to see. This is the face I want you to see. When it comes to all these programs on Maiyegun's Diary Political, all these agreements, all these advocacies that we're getting involved in. Look at my face. I am the face behind it. But there are many, many brilliant minds, young, old, male, female, in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, who are working every now and then behind the scene to ensure that every idea we meet on Maiyegun's Diary Political that I tell you that I'm going to go and work on, they always come back presentable. So that comes to that part of the Yoruba Rescue Fund. We cannot execute or implement any idea without building a foundation for how we are going to run and fund it. There was a time that one of us, JJ, if I remember, we made a suggestion that from our fund, even the one we have right now, that we should try and reach out to our Biafran brothers and sisters, the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All these ideas, all these suggestions are great. They have been also, when you throw them at me, I go back in there and I discuss with people that I think I use their own ideas, their own advices, opinions, and all that before I make any decision. And I said, nobody is perfect, they say. I am not perfect. I am always willing to learn. That's why I said I am the face of it. But that doesn't mean that I'm a single person doing all of this. I don't know how to develop a website yet. I don't know how to put together all of these plugs and all of them to make them happen. I'm just a dreamer who has a lovely friends who can make a dream happen. So yes, there are many people behind the scene. And if there is time for you to meet them, of course you'll meet them. And you get to know what they are doing, because it's important that you even meet them. We are working on a project called Yoruba Rescue Fund. This project is also going to help us as a database for the Yoruba people all over the world. There are so many things that can go into this. And the purpose of this, I've managed to explain a few times. It is something you are going to be so proud of if we do that successfully. And I've told you, I would rather we build something more reliable, dependable, and something you are proud of. Something that would, stand the test of time, not something put together haphazardly just to make an impression. It can take me 6 days, take us 6 weeks, take us 6 months. But at the end of the day, it is going to be worth it. Because the moment after that, nothing, no one, nobody will likely be able to stop the advocacy of Yoruba nation worldwide. It is huge. It is big, massive, and it can take time. From those who are working with me, I remember one of them even said, we don't need money, Maiyegun, I will pay for this. I'll pay for 2 years domain. I'll pay for 2 years of this. I'll pay for 2 years of that, Maiyegun. That will be my own contribution for the Yoruba nation. So you should all relax. We will get there. I strongly believe. And I believe that with your support, we are so close than we can even imagine. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your sharing. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Until then, my friends, stay safe and good night from here.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin.